So my name is Daniel Aliwaga and I am the CEO of DISTRIL Analytics. I will be the instructor of the workshop of the introduction to Power BI. In this workshop, I will be conducting the sales analysis dashboard, how to prepare a sales analysis dashboard. In the next session, in the next Sunday, we're going to move up to the deep analysis of the income statement. So we will be looking the multiple DAX measures, how we can create a data model, how we can do a shape to the data model, and we can see the data cleaning, Power Query transformation, limited, you can say a short course on a Power BI, and it's free for all of you. And now the 11 participants have been entered, so it's free for all of 11. As you can see on your screen, you have a Power BI desktop. As I think that all of you have the desktop available at your computer or a PC. Yes, now it's an updated version, so you cannot see the visualization pane here on the right hand side. Though now which things have been available, it's a filter pane and the data pane where we will be loading our data. So it says on the right hand side, the first pane, data. You haven't loaded any data yet. Get data option. Yes, we will be looking at this option before later on. Let us understand what is the interface of the Power BI desktop available. Next, we have the filter pane, and it says filters on this page. It's a blank. Filter on all the pages. It's also a blank thing. Yes, this is a blank because we are understanding the interface. The left hand side, you can see the report view. This is the report view where we're going to build up the dashboard. This is called the canvas where my mouse is pointing towards. Here are the 4 buttons. It says import data from an Excel SQL server. We can import an Excel table or a blank table. Here we can click sample data sets available already on the Power BI desktop or Power BI website. And here it says get data from another source. Yes, there are multiple sources available. We will be looking on this. So it says add data to your report. Once loaded, your data will appear in the data pane. Yes, it will be shown here under the data pane. Here, the visualization pane, you can see it's gone from here. And at the home tab, we have an insert group. If I scroll it down, you can see all the charts and graphs are placed are category wise. First, it tells about the bar and the column, the line and the area chart. Moving towards the donut chart, maps, can say the cards, KPI, slicer, table, matrices, the AI visuals, and more visuals options available. So you see, it has a vast category available. In Excel, there are some limitations. These are not available in Excel. We have to do the custom formatting, and you can do the multiple things as well. Next, we have a text box, more visual option available. We can add the visuals from any file available in the Power BI. Next, we have app source available, that where we can click and get the Power BI visual, and we can import that here as well. We have the queries group, we have the data group. So this is the home tab. The home tab gets the essential things to start the Power BI. First is the clipboard, similar available in Excel. The next is the data tab. We have the get data Excel workbook as a separate option available. Add below, we can see an Excel workbook option available here as well. The data hub, the SQL server, enter data. We can create a Power BI table that can be exported to Excel as well. And this can be loaded in a Power BI desktop as well. As I have clicked on an option, you can see a blank table appears. It says we can type the name of the table, we can type the name of the column, the rows information, the columns information, and then here is the 3 options available. First is the loading, second one is editing, the third one is canceling. So edit goes to the Power Query transformation, the loading goes towards the Power BI desktop app at the front of you, and the third is the canceling, which you know very well. So editing, we will be seeing in the next session when we're going to prepare the income statement analysis. The Power Query transformation will be working perfectly at that space. The next we have a load option available. Let me cancel it and see the further. So here we have the home tab. Next to it we have an insert tab. So it says the new page available. We can add a new page from here as well, and the duplicate page. Add up below we have a page. We can rename it, and as I can click and we can type any name. Next we have a plus button to add a page. We can do the right click. Just wait a second. We can do a right click and we can delete a page. We can rename a page. We can duplicate a page. There are multiple options available. So you can see that many things have been available. The filter pane, I can close it. The data pane as well. It says collapse or close. I'm gonna collapse it. You can see the wide screen have been available. At up below, we have a zoom. We can zoom it and zoom out our screen. So yes, it's a zoom to the 70%. Under the insert tab, we have a second group called visuals. This is the same group available in the home tab under the name insert. See the similar things available. Next, we have AI visuals available and the many things. The text box, we can add a buttons, can add a shapes, images as well in the Power BI desktop. Modeling, this will be used when we are going to calculate the DAX measures, understanding the DAX parenthesis, its interface, and the introduction, how DAX can help us to navigate the sales analysis. Next, we have the theme available and the page views available. We can add a multiple themes, can import the themes as you can see here information. Browse for themes, theme gallery available, customize the current themes, how we can create a themes. The Power BI have given you a complete source guide for creating a themes as well, to getting a themes for the future. You can save the theme, you can import the themes from the previous reports as well. Next, I have a group. You can see the query group available. It automatically goes to the Power Query. You can see that optimizing groups, the view things available, help, we can get and help. You can see it's the first, second group, guided learning, training videos available by the Microsoft, and the external tools. Can add external tools. I have added a DAX Studio here as well. So the home tab. This was an interface of your Power BI desktop. You can see the multiple tabs and options available. And as we move forward in the workshops, we're going to explore all of these things. So here, the most important thing that you can see that will be used all together is the transformation data, the Power Query group, inserting, we can add a charts and graphs, and enter data option to create a blank table for the DAX measures. So let's move forward. So here are the first tasks to get the data. So as I click on the get data and the more option, just wait for a second. It's gonna load it. Just wait for a second. As you can see on your screen, another screen appears, a get data. This is the option available. When I clicked on the get data, you can see the all things. You can see the all options available here, starting from an Excel workbook. Then we have an option of text or CSV file loading, the multiple files. We can connect a folder for the data analysis. We can add a PDF, multiple options available. As a database, some companies or individuals have an access database, you can connect it. You have SQL servers available. You have you can see CRM data as Oracle, IBM. You can see that a SAP HANA available database, SAP Business Warehouse available, multiple options available, Azure database, etc., Microsoft Dynamics available to connect your data. You can see a bookkeeping data can also be connected here as well. multiple options available. You have a blank query, you can create your own data. You have a zoo bookkeeping creator as well. Multiple options available. As I click on the file, it has made a category wise, then database, again category wise, the Power Platforms, Azure, online services. See multiple options available and the other options. The web data, this web option will be used in the next session. We were gonna create an income statement and it's gonna be magic. You can see a multiple options available. So now for instance, we're gonna connect an Excel workbook. See, as I click on the all, the first option would be an Excel workbook available. This is the same verb option available here in the import data as well and the Excel workbook. As I click on the connecting, it will be loading another screen and see. As I click on a desktop, I can find where my database available. So I have this database available and clicking an open option. It will be making a connection with an Excel workbook to your Power BI desktop. That's a linking. Please wait for a while. Now you can see on your screen a navigation pane. So this is a similar screen available in Excel when you're working on Excel Business Intelligence. The Excel Business Intelligence is very difficult. You can see that it's a far difficult from the Power BI desktop. The Power BI desktop, as its name suggested, Power BI, Business Intelligence, and the power automatically references that the business intelligence software is enough powerful and capable to select your data, to analyze and to dig in it and get a deep insight from your database. So see here, it had made my Excel workbook as a folder. You can see a folder icon and here the extension of an XLSX available, which represents the Excel workbook. Here you have an AU regions and the multiple things. Now I'm gonna tell you how you can differentiate the tables available and the spreadsheets in your database. See here, along with your table, the AU regions, you got an icon of a table, the white and the blue headers available. This white and the blue header represents the table, whereas at below you have a simple white sheet that represents the spreadsheets available. So see, I'm gonna select a simple table and on the right hand side, at the same time you got its preview. Says I have selected the AU regions and on the right hand side you got its preview available. Starting from an index and the moving towards the further. You have a scroll bar available to see your database, but you cannot edit it. Remember that for editing, you have to go to the Power Query desktop, the Power Query session available, so you can see that. Next group is the customer data available. I'm gonna select all my tables for the data integration. Now see, I have added 4 tables: AU regions, the customer table, the product table, and the sales table. All of my tables are added. Now you can see that as my last table is sales data connected, so see the sales data preview has been available. As I scroll towards the right or left, you can see your data. At the below, you have 3 options available: load, transform data, and the cancelling options available. So see here at the top, you have a refresh button available. So this refresh button enables to the refresh your source data, which is the source data, the Excel workbook, which I have connected, the effective reporting in a Power BI. This Excel workbook is being connected. The database and the My Power BI desktop file will be available to you after the session for the practice. So I have a less than 1 minute available. So I'll be sharing you the link again. Thanks. Wait tuned. So I gotta load my data again, get data option Excel workbook available. So see, It opens and I have my Excel workbook available on the desktop for the connection. So where navigation pane appears, I can maximize my screen. You can see the display options available. Have multiple. It says enable the data preview only selected option. I can uncheck it. You can see preview is disabled, but preview is a great option available. So as I click on a table, you can see that the AU regions on the right hand side have been available for the preview. The next, the customer data, the product data, the sales data available. So yes, as I clicked here, all of my tables, can see that all the tables have been connected. How we can differentiate between the tables have an icon with the blue header and the chart, you can see a graph below. And the similar, there is a difference between the sheets available at a below. You can see the sheets and the tables, the folder icon, all of this have been available. As I click on the sales data, you can see the sales data preview available. You have the scroll bar option available. The preview has been limited, cannot see the further preview. It says the data is in preview has been crunched due to the size limit available. We have three options available at the below. It says the loading data, the transforming data, and the cancelling options available. So how we can move forward? This load option goes toward the Power BI desktop. The transform data option goes to the Power Query screen, a separate thing. The cancelling, as you know, that it will be cancelling this process of a navigation. So we have to see the further the loading data available. So I'm gonna load my data. So see the loading data. My Power BI desktop has been appeared in the front of you. The loading screen. It says waiting for other queries, the product data, customer data, AU regions. All my four tables have been loaded. It says loading data to the model. And then, as the name suggests, BI, Business Intelligence Software, so it will automatically load my data and prepare a data model. So what is a data model? I'm gonna explain you in a while. So see, the report view has been changed. First, there were the button options available. Now you can see no option have been available because as on the right hand side on the data preview, data pane, we have loaded our data, the AU regions, the customer data, and here is the difference between Excel and the Power BI desktop. In Excel, you can see your rows and your columns, but in Power BI desktop, you can see the columns available. Product data, the sales data available, AU regions, the customer data available. All of these things have been available and you cannot see the rows numbers available. You have an option to collapse it, but I'm not gonna collapse as we want this data to be play here on our canvas to tell a story. So see, a very small thing. Our product data have been available. Our product data table have been selected and at top, just wait a second, admin all, and at the top you have a table tools options available. This table tool options is an optional. As I uncheck my table that I doesn't click my table. As I type here, or you can see I can collapse my table. So see the table tools available, external tools. As I told you, the DAX Studio have been loaded in my desktop. Can load it as I have selected my table. So that's why this option table tools have been available. This is the same option available in the data view as well. So this was the report view where we're gonna prepare our dashboard and tell a story. The second thing is the data view. As I click here, it automatically selects the first table. Our first table is AU regions. So see, it tells us the name of the table. Next, the storage mode that we have imported our table. And when our table is refreshed, the today date available along with the time. The next thing, we have the columns and the rows available. And remember that we cannot edit it here. We have editing option available in where the Power Query section. Next, the territory column the country, the full name, etc., AU region. It loaded, it expanded the AU table. Next, we have a customer table, product table, and the sales table available. As I click on the sales table, you see in a second it loaded a table. This is the data view available. In a data view, we can edit our data. We cannot edit our data, but we can explore our data. We can find insights. We can think a thinking process in our mind, which KPI or which thing we're gonna use for the analysis. The optional table tool available, extended tools, help, and home tab available here as well. So yes, table tool. See, we have the four options under the calculation group, the new measure, new quick measure, new column, and the new table option available. Mark data as a date table, the sales table, we can rename it. The third thing is a model view. You can see a step by step all of this. So now we're gonna see different variations, how we can find the total revenue, how we can find the total cost. The total cost, yes, we can't see it, and I'll be telling you in a further minutes. See here, we have a sales data available, and as I point mouse towards, you can see a total revenue column. I selected. Here you have a sigma sign along with it. The sign represents that the sigma is the sum of all together. Total unit cost all together, the unit price. This represents the numbers. As I move towards the up, the formatting group and the structure group. See the structure group. It gives us the name of the column and the next the type of the data available, the decimal number. I can change the type of the data. I don't want a decimal, I want a whole number. I can choose it. The fixed decimal, I can change it to date or time, anything available. So yes, there are multiple options available. By default, decimal number. If I click here on the Wheeler's code, it automatically detects the AI and gives us a text option available. So the order quantity, unit price, unit cost, and the total revenue. Let's go to the report view and see here. I scroll down and we have a total revenue. I click on the checkbox of a total revenue. So see, it gives us sum of a total revenue. I will expand my card, and as this Power BI desktop is updating each month, it gives a multiple options available. So now you cannot go to the visualization pane that is not now available here. It's gonna shift it towards the insert. I'm gonna see here it have been selected. It doesn't tell which thing have been selected, but as I click on my visual, I have a first thing, add data to build your visual. Yes, it automatically selects the total under the card. So there is a question that how we get the total revenue. As we move towards the data tab, we have a column called the total revenue. So see here, it's the sales table. They have automatically collected the option, the data here. We have an order quantity column, the unit price, the selling unit price, the total unit cost, and the total revenue. They have automatically calculated the total revenue and given us information. As a beginner financial analyst, we can use this beginning information to analyze the data. The further things we're gonna see it here. The total revenue has already been calculated. Am I correct? So see here, it has automatically make a sum of total revenue. Here is an option available, suggest the data type. If I uncheck it, it will not tell us that which thing, which card, which visual should you use. Here it has given us a two options available. One the card and the second one is a table. As I click on a table, you can see the sum of total revenue available here. The card option available. So 154.57 million is my total sales all over the period. So let us see the different variations, how we can calculate the total revenue again. So here, as I tell you that we have a column tool available or a table tool. We have an option of new column. What does it say about it? It says write a DAX expression that creates a new column in a selected table and calculated values for each row. So what does this mean? This means that we will be typing a formula that will create a new column in our existing table. So which table we have selected? We are working on a sales table. So you see total revenue is available in the sales table. So we are working in a sales table. So as we write a formula that will be available, we will be written available in the sales table and give us the result of each row. So see here, total revenue has already been calculated. We can calculate our total revenue again. I'll be clicking on a new column option available. Working on it. So see, we have new column available, column name. It says type the name of the column. So yes, I'm gonna type my total sales. So just remember how we can calculate the total sales. We have the order quantity available. We have the unit price available for each transaction. We're gonna multiply it and we're gonna get each transaction total sales. Yes, that's the formula available. So which thing we gonna type? First of all, we have to type the name which we're gonna find it. We're gonna find the total sales. The next thing we're gonna see which things gonna all together gonna multiply to get our total sales. So we have order quantity. So see, as we are working in a sales table, that's why it automatically loaded the sales table. So see here, I typed O for the order. You can see all O options available starting from the DAX Measures, and next it has loaded my sales table available. So see the difference. Sales data order quantity, sales data order date, sales data order number is available. So see, it doesn't loaded my other tables as I have the product table available, as I have my customer table available. So it doesn't loaded that here. So see, as I type order again, so it automatically loads the order thing, order quantity, order date, order number. I want my order quantity gonna be multiplied with my unit price to get my total sales for each transaction. I'm gonna click on a multiply static sign and then type the unit price column available and press enter key from your keyboard to see again a magic. So see here, you got the total sales available. You got the total sales available, total revenue, and the total sales. So see here, very carefully, you have a similar results available. The first row, I have a total revenue of 10934 and same the total sales available 10934. Let's go to the report view and we can see the difference if there is available. So 154.57 total revenue available. Next, gonna see search my sales table where we have created an extra column. See here, I have created an extra column of the total sales. So I have total sales column available. Clicking on it, and again it typed a card visual as I suggest it to the Power BI desktop. Now you see same 154.57 million available. The total sales. See, there's no difference between your sales amount. This is the different variations of the DAX measure. Two things have been covered, the how we can get a similar amount using a new column of option available. The second thing, how we can get a card, you can see a numeric value using the options available already. My total revenue was already calculated. See here, now you see my total sales available here. Yes, now let us see forward. Go to the model view. For the data modeling, my AU regions available. I'm gonna shorten it. My product table available. Rearrange all my tables available. So see, Microsoft Power BI is enough powerful, capable to make an automatic relations sales table. I'm gonna zoom out my model view. So see here, my three tables are placed at a top and a similar table is being placed at a bottom. So see, now I'm gonna tell you an interesting thing. These three tables at a top, AU region, the product table and the customer table, these are called the lookup tables. Remember in Excel, we do VLOOKUP, we do XLOOKUP, we do, you can see a HLOOKUP. So all these three options are not available in the Power BI desktop. Instead of this, they have made a data modeling view. So this data modeling enables us to model our view to do a lookup functions available. So see, it automatically creates a single relationship between the sales table and here. So as I click towards the arrow pointing towards the left hand side, can see the customer name index available in the sales table and gonna be matched with the customer data available. So see, as I point towards now, it points a green line, and as I'm gonna see that which columns are gonna be matched, it highlights all two columns that which are matched. I will be clicking twice on my arrow to see the relationships. So see here, it says edit relationships. Yes. So which things have been available? My customer name index in the sales table gonna match with the customer data index available here. So see, it say ask make this relationship active. Yes, I'm gonna make the relationship active. Here I'm gonna select which table. If I click on my, you can see delivery region index, I'm gonna match with customer, it not gonna match, it not doesn't match with it. So my customer name index matches with the customer name index. We're gonna see this very, you can see an eye-catching thing for making relationships. Without relationships, you cannot do a dynamic analysis. You cannot make your dashboard dynamically and clicking with a single slicer to get a multiple results. Now I'm gonna click OK. So see, my first relationship is gonna build that was automatically calculated, and that's a perfect thing. Second, my this relationship is not a perfect that it gonna connect all these lookup tables with my fact table. Which is the fact table? Here I have the fact table sales, which is the collection of all data available. So you can think in an organization, in an sales, you can say the accounts department, it records all the income statement data, the payroll data, the expenses data, and then again it makes income statement. So that income statement is a fact table, and all the lookup tables, which includes the expenses, which includes the income, a separate table, a small references table for you can remember the notes or the workings for preparing financial information. That thing you can use lookup tables available here. So I'm gonna right click and delete my this relationship. This is a useless relationship. Yes. So I'm gonna arrange. So I'm gonna see the index of my AU regions and match with the index available in the sales table. So yes, I have index available of my delivery region that matches with the AU region. Simple option available, drag and drop. So I'm gonna drag my index available in AU region and drop in the delivery region index available. So see, in a second, it makes a relationship. Now my product table is left. I'm gonna make a relationship as well. So I have my product description index available in my sales table that matches with the product table. Now I'm gonna drag my sales table column and matches with the product table to tell you that it is a dynamic. It's working from the two sides. Now you see perfect data model have been prepared, all lookups table at the top and the fact table at the below. So my relationships have been active, my data table. You have learned how you can create a DAX measure using a new column available, a new column, how to calculate a new column in a table existing options available, how to load the data. Many things have been learned in an hour. So see, you got a three things available. Two calculations, 154.57 million that matches with the 154.57 million. Now I'm gonna use a separate table for the DAX measures. Now we're gonna move forward. Enter data option. We're gonna create a blank table. So name of the table, it is called, you can type any name, but most preferable name is key measures. The key measures means the basic DAX measures on which our database, on which our, you can say, a dashboard and a report is based on. We're gonna create it a blank because we're gonna create a DAX measures in this table and click the load option available. It says pending changes available. It's gonna load our data. The key measure table have been loaded. As experiment table, it's a blank. It says column 1. I'm gonna show you in a data view. It's a blank. Not a single word have been added. You're gonna add a DAX measure. Click on the key measures. Now see, we have again the same options available. I'm gonna create a new measure. The measure option. So I'm gonna type my, you can say, DAX total sales. Typing different name to differentiate between all the things of total revenue, or you can say the total sales. Now to look a great DAX measure, a best practices is to break your formula into multiple lines. So how you can break it? First type the name of the formula, the DAX measure. Next click on you, or you can press the shift and enter key from your keyboard to go to the second line. I'm gonna do a space bar and type the name of the function available. So this time I'm gonna use the sumx function and open the parenthesis. Now let me explain you what is a sumx. Sumx returns the sum of an expression evaluated for each row in a table. So it says it will be calculating sum and altogether of each row available and then give us an altogether result. So it says give the reference of the table. So we have the sales table first. I'm gonna type my sales table. It automatically loaded the sales table. Pressing comma from your keyboard. Next, again break to the second, third line. It says give us a reference. It says give us a reference. So yes, I'm gonna give a reference. Sales table of an expression. Which expression? Expression mean the columns, not the rows. So I have, now it is virtually loaded my sales table. Now I'm gonna type my order. It's gonna be order quantity be multiply with my unit price to get an altogether result. Break my formula into multiple results. So see, first of all, I give a reference of my table. Next, I give a reference of the first column, gonna be multiply with my second column. They give us a result, which is a result DAX total sales, closing the parenthesis. Now I'm gonna press enter key for my keyboard. So see, my DAX measure have been completed. And on the right hand side, you can see that the DAX total sales available. The calculator, this calculator icon represents that this is a calculation. As I click here, you got a similar result, 154.57 million. So see, you get a different variations of a result, different things, how to calculate the total sales, how we have worked in. Now we have seen the introduction to the DAX measures. See, DAX total sales same, sum total sales same, sum total revenue same. So how do you like it? The link is gonna be expired. I'm gonna drink water. You also gonna be refreshed. Heading forward. So we have learned many things now, different variations of some X, how we calculate different sales by different methods, connecting data. You can see loading data, report view, data view, and the model view, how we created the models. So see a key measure table, an extra table is connected. It is not made a relationship. Yes, we didn't want a relationship for our data set available. The key measures are just you can say calculations. We don't want it to be formatted. We don't want it to be part of our data model. That's why I haven't prepared any data model, any data relationship with the fact table, as considering it is a lookup table. It's a calculation group and keep it separate from our data model. So yes, let me remove it. So now my AU region, key measures, product table, sales table. Let's wait for an instance. Yes. So now key measures. Now we're gonna find the total cost as well. New measure. Total cost. Again, we're gonna use the sum x, as my total cost is also not found in the table, fact table, the sales table. Sum x, my sales table, give the reference of the sales table. Now it will be loading the hybrid my sales table virtually in a backend coding language. Now let's go to the next line and give the reference. My order quantity gonna be multiply with my unit cost. So yes, I have a unit cost available. Next, go to the next line and closing the parenthesis. Once you understand the dynamics, the meanings of a formula, the DAX measure, you can easily get over it. You can easily cope your understanding to the financial information available to you. So for before we made a DAX formula of the total sales, you understand that how we can calculate the total sales. We're using the sumX function. First, we give a reference of a table where our calculation should be where our calculation should start. Then it loaded it in a hybrid or virtually. Then it loads the columns, the sale, the order quantity, the unit price. I have multiplied it, closing the parenthesis, and we got a sum x result, total sales. Now here, see, total sales, I wanna make it to the table to add a multiple values in a single visual. Key measures, my next is the total cost. See, our total costs have been calculated. The next thing, as you know, profits. So there is a question that how do we populate that coding format on a formula bar? So as I told you that, let me go back, shift, select all my measure. Again, my sum x, I have a keyboard keys, shift and enter to go to the next line, pressing together. The next line, press the enter key, space bar. Now I'm gonna type my sales table. Yes, It would be loading my sales virtually again, comma, to give expressions. Expression means the values, where my values have been stored. It has been stored in a columns. Now I again gonna go to the next line, shift and enter pressing. I have the next lines available. Order quantity gonna be multiplied with my unit cost available. Again to the next line, closing the parenthesis, and we have found the total cost. Next, for the profit, the most easiest formula, you can see that my sales less the total cost, and we got the total profit available. Profits. Now see, I have typed a DAX and it automatically loads the DAX measure which I have been calculated. I previously calculated the DAX total sales, it loaded that. Pressing. Now, my how do a profit comes? It is a residual amount of the total sales and the total cost. So subtract my total cost. Pressing the enter key. So I got a total profit as well. As I click here, you can see I got a result as we have the three buttons here on the visual. Let me expand my visual. So see here, the focus mode and the more options. It says export my this data to yes, it will create a CSV file and it will be saved in our desktop. Next thing, show as a table, already shown as a table. You can remove a visual, we can find the cluster that will be seen later, spotlight, and the sort by these things. We don't want to sort it now. Formatting, yes, I don't want it. I have an option of focus mode. As I click here, it zooms in. I have an option below as well to zoom. So see, I have my total sales 154 million, my total cost is 96 million, and my profit remaining is the residual amount that is 57 million. Let me zoom out. So yes, I'm been zooming out my table visual. I can change the visual right now. So here it says as I add three elements, it has given us another type of multi-row card. So see 154.573 moving heading towards a single card have been used. Previously we were using a simple single card because a single thing, a single measure was entered. As I click here, turn it off. So see here it gives us another type of single card, and now I'm gonna be add my data. So it opens up a data bar, my key measures, my total sales, yes, again my total cost. See, as my number of measures have been increasing, it has changed a multi-row card. Now a single card visual have been disappeared. Next, it has an option of a table. I can click here to show my data as a table. So see, multiple things have been learned here till now. We have started building a sales analysis dashboard. Previously, we learned how do we connect our source data to the Power BI desktop, understanding the interface of the navigation pane, the report view, the data view, modeling view, how do we structure the models, and the different tabs, understanding the tabs, the groupings available in the Power BI desktop. We understand how to add a KPIs, these key performance indicators, to how to add a charts and graphs, how to build a visual, understanding the different dynamics of the DAX measures available. So till now it's being 12:30 UE time, so it's perfect now. So thanks we're gonna see further in the next session, the next week, Sunday 25th.